Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Remy's Parenting Live. Parenting! Tonight, we are going to be talking about parenting milestones. Small milestones, big milestones, whatever. I don't really care. What I would really love is for you to come into the box and share a parenting milestone that you have experienced of some variety. Whether it's first steps, whether it's first words, whether it's starting school, whether it's leaving school, whether it's driving, whether it's graduation, whatever first milestone that your child has experienced, I would like to invite you into my box. I want you to come into my box, okay? And just share a story from your life. Now, when you come into the box, I would recommend you don't mention names of children. You can say how old your child is and a milestone that has happened that either you're really proud of or actually was really embarrassing. Remy does have a lovely box. It's very well kept and the bushes are trimmed. So you are very welcome to come into the box and share a milestone with me. So maybe have a little think about what are some memorable milestones you've experienced with your child so far. I want you to think of this as like being around a campfire. It might be a coven campfire, and we're just going to share some stories. That's all we're going to do, guys. Nothing stressful. Why is that not charging? Oh, because the plug was coming out of the room. Yes, it does match. The rug does match the curtains. Dark hair and speckled with grey. You're welcome. I'm currently fighting mine to sleep, so no boxes tonight. Who is coming in my box? The boxes are open. Alexa, continue. Hey, Shani, how are you? I'm live over on TikTok. And we're just going to keep listening to Usher until someone gets in my box. That's what we're going to do. And keep listening to Usher. Usher, Usher. You are definitely not in my box, Shani.
Yeah, man.
You're hiding from TikTok because it went wild the other day. Oh, thank you for sending the corgi. These lot ain't sent me a corgi. I don't think they actually really like me over on TikTok, to be honest. I go on there every day, Shani. Do I get any love? Do I, feck? Oh, there's two people in the box, Shani. I'll be back. Hold on. Let's open the boxes. Alexa, stop.
Hi.
You guys, in the comments, you can request the box at any time and come and share. Good evening, Chrissy Dixon.
Hi, Remy Odiemi.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Have you got a parenting milestone that you'd love to share with us?
Well, the most recent and most fantastic one is the little girl who you know and love.
Do you want to tell everyone how old she is?
She's 3 and a half.
Okay.
Who you know and love.
Do you want to tell everyone how old she is?
She's 3 and a half.
Okay.
She has toilet trained herself.
That's amazing.
She decided 3 weekends ago, enough is enough, I want knickers. Only pull up at bedtime. And she has mastered it and just goes off and does her business.
That's bloody amazing.
I know, it's after all the struggles we had with the 11-year-old.
With number one.
With number one. And still do. He still can't aim straight. Ping pong ball to the rescue. Yeah, she's just been amazing.
That is incredible.
And there's been no potty in between. It's been literally...
From nappies to toilet.
To toilet.
What a little rock star.
I know.
Oh, bless her. And it saves all that stress of like when they go to not nursery.
Yeah, nursery.
You know what I mean? And like they have to be potty trained, and it's like you don't have to like spend the whole summer,
Yeah.
trying to force her to be without nappies. Oh, that's amazing. Hi everybody. Welcome in. Please keep tapping the screen. Oh, well done you, Chrissy Dixon, and well done your little angel, we'll call her.
Sure, but both mine are fast asleep, Remy.
Already?
I know, it's unheard of. Unheard of. 7:15 at night and they're both fast asleep.
That's mental. Do you think he'll wake up, number one? Do you think he'll wake up at like, I don't know, 1 a.m. and just be a menace?
No, mate, I walked him to town and back today.
Oh, he's worn out.
He is worn out. And as you know, he doesn't sleep properly anyway.
Yeah.
When he's not in routine.
Yeah.
But he's actually been a lot better this time round.
Oh, good.
And we've had variable sleep pattern, but can't believe he starts high school.
I know, that is mad. Sorry, one sec, Chrissy. Melons, could you rise people into the box for me today?
Yeah.
If they look normal, relatively normal, not like a wrong one.
If you're looking normal, I'll just leave now then.
But also, if you have any hesitation, you can rise them, but just keep your finger over the distance.
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you, darling. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I appreciate you, Chrissy Dixon.
Always happy to be around.
Thank you, my
Now
darling.
I've got my setup.
Yeah, I love that you can come in the boxes. It's awesome. So,
I feel like Chrissy needs to write just me personally a parenting guide, because
like how
my milestone story is also to do with potty training.
Okay.
My child is 2.5 and we've introduced potty.
Yeah.
He now refuses to wear clothes or a nappy and proceeds to stand on my windowsill shouting toilet and weeing everywhere.
Oh no.
And then laughs about it.
Oh dear.
Have you
Twice he's done it today, Remy. I'm ill. I can't bend down. I don't want to be mopping your wee up off the floor. Please stop ripping your nappy off. Please, yeah.
Chrissy, have you got any advice for Melons today?
I do. Are you going from nappies to potty to then toilet, or are you going to try and do nappies to toilet straight away?
So he's been he's been trying both. So we have a potty downstairs and then we've got a toilet upstairs. And a few times he's come to me and said toilet and I've gone, oh okay, we'll go to the toilet. Or sometimes he will just go and sit on his potty and go. But the last couple of days, he seems to have just given up the ghost and now thinks that he can run around naked like Tarzan and
pee everywhere.
Sprinkle all over my living room.
Spray your house.
Sorry, Melons, can I offer a little bit of advice?
Yeah.
I have 3 very, very boisterous boys, and they all did the same. I would recommend Amazon ping pong ball in your toilet. Get him to aim at the ping pong ball, and the ping pong ball will move. So it's like a game at the same time as using the toilet.
That's a good idea.
And when you flush it, the ping pong ball, because it's so light, it doesn't go down.
This makes sense, see, because I've got 2 boys and my eldest, he was autistic. Well, he is autistic. So everything's a bit different this time round. My youngest just seems to be a bit more wild than my eldest was. In fact, no, I'll rephrase that. My youngest just seems feral compared to what my eldest was. So yeah, this does make sense. And yeah, ping pong ball may help because... But then he's just, I'll try it.
Oh, somebody in the chat said all cereal hoops in the bowl to get him to aim at things.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was doing really well the last couple of weeks because he'd been using his potty, asking for the toilet, like how he should have been. There was an odd accident here or there, but now it's just like he's discovered he
Thank you
can
for the harmony.
sprinkle everywhere.
Freedom.
Yeah. So now he thinks he's a garden sprinkler in my living room.
Are you offering reward and praise when he is doing it correctly?
Yeah, so when he's been like asking for the toilet and going to the toilet, I've made such a fuss that he then wants to spend the next 5 minutes trying to go to the toilet again. And then and the same when he's done the potty, I've made such a fuss of him. When he's done like the windowsill thing, I'm not like told him off. But I've also sort of said to him, oh no, we wee on the potty, and then sort of sat him on the potty to try and get that correlation, if that makes sense.
Yeah, the regression is normal. It is normal, so don't worry about that. We attempted it on the last half term before the summer holidays, and it was just a flat out, I don't want to go into nappies. I just, I don't want to take my nappies off. I just want to wear my nappies. I'm not comfortable with doing it yet, which was fine. But we then got on to pull up pants rather than actual nappies. So they have the motion of going and taking their pants down and going to
Yeah,
the
all those in pull-ups, he's been in them for a while because he was quite a big baby, so he he is in them, but I think he's just. I think the heat and everything's got something to do with it as well, because he must feel uncomfortable in this heat, especially.
Yeah.
So, but he has started just like I'll get one on him, but he'll run off, and I'll think he's playing, but he's not. He's fidgeting and taking his nappy off, and he'll rip the pull-up off so that it's no longer on.
If you've got time to commit to just being at home, like for a couple of days, just being solely at home, no commitments to going out shopping, no commitments to going out to anything.
Yeah.
If you've got just 2 consecutive days where you can just be at home, practicing with the underwear, practicing with going to the potty, the toilet.
Yeah.
Reward and praise, but also that's all right. Accidents happen.
Yeah, he'll get there. But yeah, I'm definitely going to try some of these ping pong balls and things like that. Thanks, guys.
Great suggestions. Thank you for that, Chrissy. And well done on that important parenting milestone. Big up yourself. Let's move on to Steph. Hey, Steph, what is a parenting milestone or a memorable milestone that you've experienced with your child that you'd like to share with us today?
Well, I've got 2 children. One's just about to turn 12 on the 6th of this month.
Yeah.
And my youngest daughter's 5, just turned 5 2 weeks ago. But she has autism.
Yeah.
So my eldest, biggest milestone, she's just about to start secondary school. She's so independent. She knows where to get her bus. She's it all mapped out.
Yeah.
And I'm ever so proud of how easy her transition from being a primary school kid to secondary school is going to be. And how comfortable and confident she is.
That's
My
amazing.
youngest girl, she's just defying the odds every day. She's potty trained predominantly during the day.
Yeah.
Nighttime she wears pull up pants, but that's more so because she's a heavy sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
Her achievement and her milestone was during her nursery graduation, she was the only child to sing all the songs.
Oh.
And the tears just run down my face.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Because normally they'd have to take her it would get overwhelming, and she wouldn't wear ear defenders or nothing.
Yeah.
Saying well enough already, thinking about but she sat there, heard all her songs, sang them, waved over, "Hi, Mommy," and I was just like, But it was just my point of the milestone thing with my autistic girl is like they may be a little bit different and do things differently, but they're no less than somebody without autism. They
Absolutely.
just do it in their own time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And honestly, anybody that's got an additional needs child, we're so blessed because it gives you a whole different outlook on parenting.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, thank you so much for sharing that, Steph.
You're welcome, and thank you for having me up, Remy.
Absolute pleasure. And they're both wonderful milestones. And I love that you have such a confident child that's going from primary to big school. Because it just takes so much pressure off of you as well.
And she's going to the school she's wanted to from she was about 8 years old.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So she's aced it. And even with a fractured ankle, she completed her school disco, so her prom,
Yeah.
and her primary school graduation. Fractured ankle and all, she still took part.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful.
So
Thank you
yeah,
so
this year they've defied the odds and made Mummy proud as always.
much. Oh, I love that. Thank you so much for sharing, Steph. We
You're
really
very
appreciate you.
welcome.
Right, I'm going to
Very
drop
nice.
you down. Big love.
Big love, bye.
Big love. Chrissy, I'm going to drop you down as well, my babes. Big loves to you. Thank you for sharing too. By the way, if you are in the room, please can you keep tapping? Just as Melons has put in the chat, please keep tapping. And if you can share this live to any parents that you know, please do keep sharing this live as well. And we're going to move on to Lauren, and I'll bring up a couple more people who want to share some parenting stories of their milestones. Lauren, so what are some of your most memorable milestones that you've experienced with your child so far, or children?
Well, I actually wasn't going to talk about that, but I can. I have got 3 boys. But
We're here to talk about tonight.
no. So it is about milestones, but not specifically one specific milestone.
All right.
So my youngest is 2, and he had a checkup with the health visiting team, and they were talking about milestones. And obviously, because I've got 2 other children,
Yeah.
knowing that meeting milestones at a specific spot isn't that important to the parent as long as they get there and it's not severely delayed. And I just think, like, some healthcare professionals really do make you kind of feel bad as a parent if they're not meeting a milestone at a specific time. Because my 2-year-old says maybe 4 words,
Yeah.
where when my oldest was this age, he did not stop talking. He was word. So I just think it's very important to, like, not put so much pressure on yourself and children to meet milestones.
I agree.
And let them get them. But a funny story is when my first one was potty training, he opened a nappy and smeared it all over the walls and all over the furniture, and I was washing dishes and I came into the front room and I was like, oh, where have you got this biscuit from? Thinking that he had just, like, mushed a biscuit with some water and smeared it everywhere till I saw a nappy in the corner of the room. Do you know what? I don't know how I didn't get it from the smell. I was like, what?
Dear Lord.
It was literally everywhere. It was in the buttons on, like, the DVD player and the Skybox, like inside the buttons. It was everywhere.
Oh my goodness. Well, that is definitely memorable for sure. Bloody hell.
It is. And he's 9, so, and we still remember it. So
Yes, enjoy your dinner, everybody. Thank you, CG. Enjoy your dinner, everybody. Oh, look. They're saying it's art.
a bit late for dinner. I'm trying to go to work. Right, I'm going to go because I'm going to be late for work if I don't get
Big
going.
love, Lauren. Thank you so much for coming up and sharing. Take care, babe. Becky, hi, darling. What is, or do you want to tell us a memorable milestone that you've experienced with your child so far?
Well, I did kind of touch up on it on the chat.
I wasn't reading the chat. Go on, tell us.
Chill out, little man. I just realised, like, a couple of months ago, I'm raising a mini-me. He's literally just like me to a T. Like, he'll look at you in the mischievous ways that I look. Do you know what I mean? And stuff like that. He's so cute, though. But now another big milestone is that he's kind of come out of his shell now and people can see. Because on paper, he's down as having a mental capacity of 18 months old, but he's 6.
Yeah.
But that's definitely not the case at all.
Oh,
And now everyone's starting to see, like, how bright he is because he can read and stuff. And things like that. So I'm really proud of him. Yeah,
Sorry.
it's alright. He's just. I did express like some hatred towards pregnancy and stuff, but I wouldn't do that again.
You expressed what towards pregnancy? I didn't hear you.
I said 0% recommend on pregnancy. I wouldn't do it again. It keep me out. Keep me out. Like these
I
little
agree.
rings popping out. You know what I mean? No.
One and done for me as well, but
Yeah,
we've
one
done
and
it
done.
now. We've done it. Thank you, my darling. Thanks for coming up and sharing, my darling.
Yeah, it's alright.
Big loves to you, Becky.
Yeah, right. I'll see you in a bit.
See you in a bit, darling.
Ciao.
Right, guys, please keep tapping the screen. Please, yeah, shop's closed. Please keep sharing this live with any parents that you know. Hey, Charlie Sings, how are you, my darling? Also, if you haven't sent me a heart me yet, why not? We accept heart me's in all currencies. Right above my head, please and thank you. Oh, I'm so hot. I'm so hot. Josephine, hello, my darling. What would you like to share? And have you got a memorable milestone from parenting, please?
So I like the fact that we're talking about neurodivergent and children and that. So I have two sons. Joe is 16, Aidan is 13. Joe has, just to quickly explain, when Joe has autism, severe learning, speech difficulties, and things like that. So he goes to a special education school, and he's been in that school since before he was 2.
Yeah.
Joe, I am always proud of because he was diagnosed with autism when he was about 18 months old. So he was quite young.
Yeah.
Also being mixed race, there was a lot of typecasting with him at the time. And this was when I was starting to understand that the system wasn't built for children like him.
Yeah.
In other words, so not only was I combating that, so he was pushed aside a lot. I was told constantly that he would never amount to anything, he would never speak, he would never do X, Y, Z. He didn't potty train until he was about 8.
Yeah.
He didn't start speaking until he was about 8, to be fair. This boy, he's now 16, you can't shut him up. He wants to be the centre of attention. He's up on stage singing. He's done his bronze and silver. He finished his Silver Duke of Edinburgh Award this year. He's just been accepted to be a mentor for the Bronze DOV Awards programme going through for his school.
Yeah.
He's also just been given, offered a part-time job at a cafe. Right, you know, and he's out there.
He's really well. Really
He's
well.
doing really well. People told him, everyone told him that, well, when I say everyone, the system told him he couldn't do, and he went, F you, and he does. So that's my whole, don't let anyone ever tell you that even your children can't do. Like, because they will surprise you. You might see Joe on my TikToks every now and then, and that's only because he loves the attention. And my followers love him, you know, so and he pops on every now and then, you know, and like Chris down there, Callie at Cross, she interacts with him sometimes as well, and like if I'm talking to the girls on the phone, he'll be like, hello, like he's very polite. I mean, for 16, he's 6'1", taller than I am. To be fair, my 13-year-old's now 5'11", so he's just taller than I am. My 13-year-old, who's ADHD, he goes to an all-state school, all-boys school, and his achievement was he wouldn't do his homework. And that was his ADHD brain, like why you got to do schoolwork at home? That time you couldn't get it into him, right? So he needed rigid routine. So I said to school, can I put him in detention once a week? If I tell him, well, it's 4, and it means he'll stay and do his homework. So twice a week he has quote unquote detention. He knows it's not detention. So half of it he does homework, the other half he goes and plays football. But he does all of his homework, and we're obviously in the school holidays now. But he completed 3 full weeks of doing that without essentially kicking off.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
We got to do what we got to do. We've got to use whatever strategies we need to use. So, yeah, that is really, really amazing, Josephine. Oh, bless him.
So, yeah, my 2 boys. So, yeah, I just wanted to say to those mums and those grandmas that have children, that are neurodivergent, that are still young. There is hope. It is there. They just progress at their own time. You
Yeah.
just give them the support that they need. You'll get there.
Absolutely. Good words of advice. Thank you so much for coming up, Joe.
That's all right.
I appreciate you, my darling.
You too. Have a good evening.
See you soon, babe.
Bye.
Lindsay. Hi, Lindsay. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Hi everyone, you alright?
Hello, babe.
My milestone's a little bit older than the ladies who have spoke before.
That's okay.
So
That's okay.
my girl's 16 and a half, so she's just left school and she's ready to go into college. And I feel like this has been the most difficult milestone so far, you know, like GCSEs and getting through the teenage years.
Yeah.
Now we're just waiting on a result. And it didn't really hit us because obviously I was enjoying not having to do the school run and, you know, just that little bit of change. It was like a novelty type thing.
Yeah.
And just today, I took all of our old school uniform. We've got like a food bank, but they do like uniform exchange for people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I thought I'll get rid of all that and take all of our uniform down to them.
Nice.
And I come outside and I just cried. And I thought,
Oh.
and I'm not really a crier. It was just like the daunting. And I'm like, oh, that's another one over with now. And I think because she doesn't need to rely on me for, well, she does, but not like it's that feeling of not needing to rely on us apart from for a lift or money or, you know. So it's really strange.
I think I'd cry too. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it was and things like that don't normally get to us. I think the last time I cried about something like that was when she first went to nursery school. But it's like that big change. But now I've got rid of the uniform. It's going to cost us a fortune for going to college because now I have to do proper clothes for every day.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, bless you.
But that was it. I just wanted to share that one with you.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Lindsay. That was lovely.
I'll see you later.
I'll
Bye.
see you, my love. Thank you so much for coming up.
Bye.
Bye, babe. Right, so if anyone wants to come up and share stories, you are welcome to request the box at the bottom. Please, whilst you're here, please keep tapping the screen to show some support. We are on an 18 plus only live tonight, which means we're quite restricted in the search engines anyway because we're trying to block out all the children. So if you can help by sharing this live to at least one friend, it just helps us to get more people in here. So if everyone can try and share to at least one person they know on TikTok who is a parent or a carer or a step parent, that would really, really help everyone. But please keep tapping the screen for me and I'll keep bringing you up to share your stories. And when you are sharing your stories, can I ask you all to, I would say don't name your children, but it's probably okay to give out their ages. Do you want to go on mute for me, darling? I've just muted them. Yeah, so please, yeah, I'd please, yeah, I wouldn't say kids' names unless you're comfortable to, but I would recommend that you don't, and your kids' ages are fine, but again, it's your decision if you choose to. It's just a recommendation from me, but you don't have to listen to me. All right, we're going to jump to Yaya and then to Rich. Yaya, how are you, my love?
I'm good, how are you doing?
I am fucking hot. Sorry, that was a bit aggressive. I've literally had to shuffle over to sit underneath the fan because I'm burning up. But other than that, I'm fine. Would you like to share a parenting milestone with us, my darling?
Yeah, it's just off the back of what Lindsay was saying. I think the biggest milestone and probably the hardest is the teenage years. My eldest is 16. She's just gone through GCSEs and the prom. And I think the hardest part is going from a child that you take all the risk for and all, you know, you keep them safe. No is a big thing, and it's just listen to, you know, to then transition into them being young adults, and they have to take some of the risks. And there's a lot of compromising and there's a lot of conversations and communications that go along with it. I found it very, very, very difficult.
Yeah.
She found it very, very difficult, and I think our relationship was massively tested, but we've come out on the other side, and there's a lot of respect and there's a lot of love, and she is a beautiful human being. Don't get me wrong, she's not an angel, because again, the whole thing of, oh, what was you doing at your age? We don't need to talk about these things. We don't need to talk about these things. And do you know what, Remy? I understand that at certain ages, again, especially going through those milestones, that they're going to be taking risks and in things that are going to put them through harm. But again, we had the conversations. The little fucker I saw drinking. We went through those conversations, and it's the thing of, you know, there's rules in place why you can't be drinking, and I've got the law on my side, and it's easy to kind of explain, you know, your body's not ready for these things, and X, Y, Z, and it's been a massive help. But she's honestly, I just look at her and my heart just melts with absolute pride. And then with my youngest, he's 13, 5'11", a friendly giant, but he's on the spectrum. And I think it's not necessarily a milestone, but for him he'll be going into year 9 in September, for him to still be there and be as resilient as he is and determined, even though, you know, the bullying, and it's not necessarily his disability that disables him, it's the environment that he's in. He's just doing absolutely fantastic. And I think communication is key. I think being able to see it from another perspective and just having those open, honest conversations, I think will get any parent kind of through it. And I've been doing a lot of note taking at the minute, especially going through the stuff I am with my oldest. It's, how do I put it? Not parenting the child that you were and parenting the child that you have. Because I think a lot of my time growing up and being a parent, there's firsts for absolutely everything. Absolutely everything. I think my childhood was there wasn't any abuse or anything. It was very harsh. And I think that's when I first became a parent, I was very harsh. There was a lot of, you know, shouting, but then I realised it weren't working, and it's taken me 16 years to realise, you know, I don't need to be parenting the little child that I was.
Yes.
That's not what my two need. My two are very happy and they're comfortable, and they know the minute that we close our door, this is your safe haven. Anything that happens outside that door is out of your control, and that's, you know, either for me to try and fix it or we just kind of let it go. And I think, yeah, it's tough. Parenting's tough, but it's so massively worth it.
No, it is. And there is something in that, in what you said about, obviously the kids will go through their parenting milestones, but also for us as the parents, you know, we're going through our own milestone as well. And bringing our own, you know, background, history, trauma, or whatever with us, as we are then parenting these children. So I love that you've touched on that, because it's really important to remember that we don't always have to parent how our parents parented us. Yeah, so thank you for sharing that, Yaya. You know I love you, and I've missed you so much, and I'm so glad you're back.
I've missed you too. My toes are doing a little dance, aren't they? You and your fufu with freaking 6 packs.
I'm so glad you're back. Honestly, my heart is so happy to see you and hear you in the boxes. So thank you, my darling.
Thank you too. I'll see you soon.
See you soon, my love. Bye, babe. Let's jump to Rich. Hello, Rich. Do you want to share a parenting milestone with us?
Well, weirdly enough, Flap sent this to me, and I've literally just finished reading. So William, I vlog about my child, so there's no issue with saying his name. So William's just had a referral for splag and behaviour.
Yeah.
Quite an apt time. So I mean, I think with me, I was going to talk about milestones in general, but for me, I think somebody mentioned earlier about milestones and not worrying about them. I think for me, milestones are, particularly within the education system, are like massively important. They're really essential. I think that they can make us feel like bad parents, but they're not designed to make us feel like bad parents. I think they're there to allow us to have an insight into where our children's at.
Yeah.
In regards to being measured against an education system. And it's not just about sort of where they're at from an intellectual perspective. A lot of it, particularly because you look at the EYFS stuff that my son's going through at the moment, a lot of it is based upon OT, so occupational therapy, based upon movement, based upon fine and gross motor skills, which are all really essential things. So I think on that, I think, massively, I think it can make you feel like a bad parent, but embrace, if there's a conversation about milestones, embrace the milestones conversation. look into it a little bit deeper. Yeah, it's really important. So I was going to touch on that. But I think, I think the milestones with both of my boys has just been seeing how well they have developed emotionally. So emotional intelligence, for me, that's massively important. We live in such a weird world. And the last week as a parent scared the shit out of me in regards to what the future is going to be looking for my boys. And even when I was reading through that assessment, there was things like, for example, fine motor skills and referring to handwriting. And I'm like, I very much doubt my children are going to be using a pen in their future. It's great to be able to do, and I want them to be able to do it because I can do calligraphy. My mum taught me calligraphy, and I love the arts and holding on to things like that. But I don't know. I think for me, at the moment, my focus in regards to milestones is making sure that the boys are emotionally intelligent enough to deal with the future and to become resilient.
Yeah.
Because I think resilience is going to be more important than it ever has been. I think that technology is going to take a massive leap forward, and you look at the problems that I feel that TikTok causes. I know, not TikTok, people within TikTok cause, because it's the people that use the tool, not the tool itself. And the opinions that people have. For me at the moment, it's those milestones around them having enough emotional intelligence to understand what's going on, to think for themselves, to be able to critically think, and they're doing a really good job of that. Like, one of the proudest moments I had with my eldest was when I first moved up north, and I've been telling him for a while that he's going to move up north. And it had taken me a very long time because of circumstances. And I had a conversation with him when I came up, and I said, look, I just wanted to say, because I'm very open and honest with my children. I said, I'm sorry it's taken Dad so long to get up here. And he just looked me blank in the eyes, and he said, Dad, none of that matters, because you're here right now and you followed through on your... He's only fucking 7 years old. I'm there, like, tears streaming out of my eyes. And he turned around and goes, crying's good, Daddy, but we're in public, so pull yourself together. But that, for him, that was one of the proudest. And then I had a similar thing with William the other day. So times are hard at the moment. And you know a little bit about what's happened just recently.
Yeah. Rich, sorry to be a pain. I'm going to ask you to move on,
that's
because
cool,
I need to get through some other people. I'm not trying to be rude.
No, that's fine. So I had a moment 2 days ago, and I had a moment. I had cried. William came in and he goes, "Why are you crying, Daddy?" And I went, I saw they're happy tears because somebody had done something nice. And he said, "Don't worry, Daddy. I've got you. I'm here for you." And I was just like, oh, that's bloody amazing. So yeah, I do.
They're really special moments, but you touch on something really important about emotional intelligence and seeing how our kids, develop on that side of things, and it is so important. And sometimes I think that's probably more important than the specific milestones that people tell you to look for. Hey, FYPT. But yeah, thank you so much. I think that was really, really good that you shared that with us today. And thank you.
Love it. Right, I've got to rock and roll anyway because I've got to drive.
Right, see you soon. Bye, Rich. Thank you. Right, so we've got some people in boxes. If you want to come up and share a parenting milestone, whether it's the first steps, whether it's graduation, anything in between, you are welcome to come up and share your stories. Please, can you try and just get to the point, not too long stories, so that we can get as many stories in as possible. Again, I recommend you don't use your children's name because this is TikTok and there are crazy, weird people out there. But if you so wish to and you want to, that's on you. But my recommendation is not to use your children's names. But if you want to say their age, I think that's okay in context with a milestone. And please, can you keep tapping the screen for us? And please keep sharing this live to anyone you know who is a parent and who might want to come in and be a part of this conversation. All right, we are now going to jump over to Review Toka. Are you there? And thank you for being patient. Would you like to share a memorable milestone with us?
Hi, you good?
Hello.
Hi, nice to meet you. Yeah, my daughter's 17 and the products of IVF, lots and lots of rounds of IVF. But to be honest, my biggest milestone, I think this year, is that she's doing her driving not lesson, sorry. I can't even speak.
Right.
The guy before me made me cry, to be fair.
Oh,
A driving test this week, and I'm really proud of her. I'm really proud of me as a mum.
yes.
I'm really proud of her, and I just think, and she's doing a politics degree next year, so
Oh, wow.
I'm really proud of her. Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. You absolutely should be proud of her. Can I ask you a question, though?
Of course.
So she's obviously doing her driving lessons, and she's got a test coming up. Are you not scared about her driving? Because I've got anxiety now. My child's only 10, and I'm already scared about her driving in a car.
Absolutely. I said to her, because my best friend is really confident as a driver. I'm 52, by the way.
Yeah.
My best friend's a really confident driver, and I said to Holly, H.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it's fine.
my daughter's H.
Yeah.
I said to H, you are not taking me out of the car the first time out. No, you can take your auntie cares. I'm not going.
So you threw your sister under the bus first?
Pretty much, yeah. I was like, I just can't. I can't face it. I can't face it. But ultimately, as a pet, I'm so proud of that. I'm so proud of what I've done, what I've achieved with her, and what she's achieved too. You know, it just makes me feel proud, really proud.
Oh, good. You should be proud of yourself.
I don't know what else to say. I'm really rubbish at these things.
No, it's fine. Yeah, Chrissy's just written, as parents, we should absolutely be proud of ourselves, but also allow time to be kind to ourselves. I agree.
Oh, that's lovely. So I'll let someone else speak because I'm really, really rubbish. So kick me out.
You are not rubbish. You are not rubbish. It was so lovely to hear you, and please come up again and share stories with us.
All
right, my darling.
Thank you for letting me up. Thank you. Bye-bye, darling.
Bye, darling. Good luck to your daughter for her test as well.
Oh, thank you. Bye-bye, girl. Bye.
Lots of love. Bye, darling. We have Jordan. No, we don't have Jordan. I think it's Maria, actually. Sorry, Jordan. I'll come to you. Hi, Maria. How are you? Would you like to share a memorable milestone about your child or children? Maria, I can't hear you. You're very, very quiet.
1 second.
Oh, there you are.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Hello.
Shout out all the mums and dads that are winging it these school holidays and trying our bests. It's not easy. So shout out to you. These last few weeks, I've had so many little things happen that just have made me so proud. So my youngest son, he's 3 and he's non-verbal.
Yeah.
And he, up until now, has never attempted any communication, but he has actually started trying to communicate, not with words, but with actions. So he's able to let me know now when he's thirsty. When he wants me to maybe move to another area of the house, or he wants a certain toy, he'll push me in that direction now. And I've just learned as a parent, I've got 3 children with different needs. I've just learned to celebrate every milestone, all the little ones, all the big ones. We have a little party every time you achieve something new. And my daughter got an amazing school report. It's so important to me that my kids grow up to be kind, and just to hear from all the teachers how much of a kind person she is, how she looks out for everybody. If someone's if someone's not having a good day, she'll give them a cuddle. So I'm extremely proud of my children. These last few weeks, they've all given me reasons to be amazingly proud. And thank you for allowing me to say something positive.
That warms my cockles, and you should be proud of yourself as well.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for letting me come up and share something happy.
Listen, anytime. We try to be a really positive space, and we try to hold rooms like this where people can come and share their stories, and just because there is a lot of toxic stuff going on in the real world and on here. And we try and just create these spaces where people can just come and... Because I think everyone is feeding off of these wonderful stories, and somebody said they were, tearing up from Rich earlier, and you've just made me just go like I can feel that. And I'm so happy that your little boy is starting to, or your youngest one, sorry, is starting to communicate with you. And
Yeah, it's really hard sometimes because you do sometimes feel like you've got a newborn still, that you just have a go at everything until you find the right thing. So
yeah,
just that
yeah.
he's able to indicate now that he wants to drink. He might throw the bottle at me, but hey, I'll take it. It's communication.
It's still communication, and we'll take it.
Exactly. He might throw it at me, but at least I know what he wants now.
Oh, big love to you, Maria. Thank you
Good
so
luck
much
to
for coming up,
everybody.
darling.
Take care. Bye
Take
bye.
care, sweetheart. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, guys, if any of you want to come up, you are more than welcome to hit that request button and come on up and join us. Keep tapping for me, everybody. Thank you so much. Mr. Jordan, hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm so good. How are you, my love?
Good, thank you.
Good, right. Have you got a memorable milestone or a parenting milestone that you want to share with us?
I have. I think with all the other parents that have come up, there's many that you could probably say. But I think the one that stuck to me the most was quite recently. It was probably around 5-6 months ago, and we was walking through town, and this, when you walk through town and you get the charity people that come up to you and they try and sell you bracelets or something. And I can remember there was a guy, and he was basically raising money to build a school in Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
And me and my daughter were shopping, and she had her own pocket money, and she just reached in her handbag. She's 6, by the way, and she reached in her handbag and she gave this man her pocket money. And I said, and then she basically got the bracelet. She picked a rainbow bracelet, and then she told me afterwards that she did that because where she is, she has a school that's already been built, and she said if she can give her pocket money to help a kid in Zimbabwe have a school that she has in the UK,
oh my goodness,
that makes her feel better. And she did it again where there was a man who was raising money for Africa for obviously clean water.
Yeah.
And she basically told me that she can drink clean water within the UK, so if she can give her pocket money to help kids in Africa.
Oh,
Be able to drink,
Jordan.
yeah. And
What
that
a
just,
lovely little human.
yeah, and I feel like I just broke down because then I was thinking that's a reflection on the parent that I am, and that's
Yes,
what
it
I taught
is.
her.
100% it is. 100% it is. I know I've got tears in my eyes as well. Alexa, stop, you bitch. Sorry, that wasn't very polite, was it? But you know, no, I've got tears in my eyes as well because she's gonna be an amazing, amazing human with a big
100%.
heart, and that's from you.
Oh, thank you. And just to finish it off, I just want to say, obviously, it's quite nice that you've opened this room up for people to talk about the stories and their milestones and stuff. And just a quick shout out to that, all the parents that have come up and tell stories. That's a reflection on the parent that you are. So be proud of yourself as well as your kids.
Thanks. Thank you, Jordan. Love you.
You're welcome. Love you too. Bye.
Bye, babe. I weren't expecting today to be this emotional, I'm not going to lie. A couple of you have got me right between the eyes. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Maria, for the butterfly. Oh my goodness. I don't even want to talk to Mama G because she's just going to have me on the floor in a heap crying now, aren't you, Mama G?
No, darling. Good evening, first of all.
Hello, Mama G.
Oh, what a lovely space where I can breathe easy.
Oh, I know. This is what it's about. It's nice, isn't it? Everyone's been so amazing with their time and sharing their stories. Yes, Maria, we did need this. It's really funny, right? Me and Melons were talking about this because we've got a list of topics that we wanted to talk about. And 2 weeks ago on the Parenting Live, we did internet safety, and it was brilliant. And there was so much advice and stuff. And we thought for this one, we're like, let's just do like a light-hearted, nice, easy, breezy one before we start going into some of the maybe heavier topics. But tonight, I'm just all caught in my feels. I'm not going to lie. I thought this was just going to be jokey, some funny, oh, my daughter learned to walk and, I don't know, fell over something and landed in a cream pie story type thing.
Well, I'm in my feels, but it's a nice in my feels. It is.
Yeah, it's
nice.
But anyway, sorry, Mama G. What would you like to share? Have you got some parenting milestones or
Yeah,
memory
I
milestones?
do.
Go on.
But I do. But first of all, I want to say that you know, I was a very young mum myself. Started very young, thank
Yeah.
God, because it was harder later on.
Mm.
But uh, because I was such a young mum, and I'm an African, and my parents were so very strict and all this, and of course I was still a youngster, but to them I was still a toddler. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So what they said I should do with the parenting, that's how they thought it should go. But I kicked back. Do you know
Mm.
what I mean? And I want people to know that regardless of what anybody says in
Mm.
regards to your parenting and that,
Mm.
you're doing what feels right for you.
Oh,
Do you know
shit,
what I
I've got a
mean?
call coming in. Decline. Sorry, I had a call come in.
That's
That was
okay. That's okay.
I put it. It's on do
Yeah.
not disturb. I don't know why that came through. Anyway, sorry, carry on.
I just want you know, everybody to remember that, like, no, nobody is in your shoes. Everybody's parenting journey is different, and although my parents thought that what their way was the correct way, I
Yes.
remembered, I remembered the little things that I didn't like about the way they brought me up.
Yes.
I understood that they didn't get the, you know, a rule book and all that. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
there were certain things that I didn't like, so I completely went the opposite direction,
Yes.
you know, and that felt right for me.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I just wanted people to, like, you know, remember that you are doing it your way, and that is the right way. Your way
Absolutely.
is the right way. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So my milestone is, I mean, there's been so many different milestones, but my milestone is where my two sons are in their 30s. They're, you know, grown, successful men. So my latest milestone was when I got sick. When I got sick and the roles were reversed, where, you know, I couldn't do a thing for myself, so my children were helping me with, you know, getting dressed and getting me to the loo and all these types of things. That freaked me out, I'm not gonna lie. Do you know what I mean? Because you know, you got your privacy, especially as a female, and I gave birth to two boys. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, but
they came through and they did what
they
they needed
came
to do.
through. Yes, they came through, and they still are. Do you know what I mean? And so that's going back to, regardless of what anybody says, what feels right to you and your children and what's harmonious for you is what's right, not what anybody else says. I'm telling you, I feel like if I had gone staunchly by my parents' rules, when I got sick, I would have been
On
in
your own.
shit street.
Yeah. I
You
agree.
know, yeah.
I think we're right.
So yeah, that was a big milestone for me, Remy. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. It was like, because my brain is saying, "You girl, you 25." You get me? But the body at that time was saying, "Cha, you got basically, you can't do anything. You're finished." That's what the body was saying.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, that I can't be grateful enough. So yeah, guys, well, you got a lot to look forward to. I'm telling you, like, put the right love and everything in your kids, and I'll tell you, what you get back for them is so much. It's much more than money, material things, and all that, honestly. And like Jordan says, it's a reflection on you, and you feel like, yeah, I did all right.
all that's going through my head right now, I mean, CG's in the chat crying. All that's going through my head is, I need to stop pranking and being a dickhead to my 10-year-old, because one day I'm going to need this child. No, she's a good egg. She is a good egg. She helps me now, you know. She helps me now anyway. She does a lot. But that's, yeah, and you're right. And if you'd followed, you know, what your parents wanted you to do or wanted to behave, yeah, you may very well have had a very different outcome or been on your own struggling. So we do, you're absolutely right. I know, Lindsay. I know. Got me in my feels as well today. I think it's a really important message that, you know, that we all learn to parent our own way and what feels right for us, not being dictated to by outside forces, even if that is family.
Right.
You know, that's a very important message. Thank you, my darling.
And thank you for letting me up, and thank you for running such a great live. Amazing. Brilliant.
It's been brilliant. We do this every Thursday at 7 p.m. And on Tuesday we do Women's Health at 7 p.m. and they are also amazing live. So hopefully you can join us for one of those as well, Mama G.
Okay, my darling. You take care. Kudos, girl.
Love
you.
Bye,
See
Mama
you,
G.
darling. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, fucking hell. Right, no one else requests the box because I don't think any of us can take any more at this point. Let me change the screen so me and Melons are equal. How was that for you, Zoe?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was nice.
It was nice, wasn't it? It was a nice live.
It was a nice live.
So, we've got a couple of other topics. I don't know if you remember them. The only one that I can remember off the top of my head is a co-parenting live.
Hang on, where's my book?
We've got some suggestions for future lives. In fact, if you guys, it's nice, isn't it, CG? I feel like it's like we're all sitting around a campfire just sharing stories. And sorry if I've had to rush anybody. It's only because I've just wanted to make sure. Have we got any? Zoe, have you got any milestones that you want to share?
I think the big one for me would be what's been going on with Dylan over the last few weeks. So, obviously, as a lot of people know, because I may have mentioned it in other lives, but Dylan has always been into makeup, musical theatre, dressing up.
Yeah.
And he started to get a bit of stick at school for it. Homophobic comments being made, etc. And I did have to get the police involved because the bullying and the homophobic comments were getting a lot.
Yes, they were.
And the police have now been involved in 2 separate incidents. The last one being just over 2 weeks ago.
He's asking how old he is.
11. Preteen, so he's discovering himself right now. He doesn't have all the answers. I mean, he's pretty sure that he's going to work in the West End, and he's pretty determined that he wants to be a drag queen. He even has a drag name and everything in our house. It is the best thing ever. And I'm sure at some point, Remy, you will get introduced to the alter ego that is Dilliana.
By the way, Zoe's kid is fucking amazing. He's incredible. But anyway, carry on.
But he's so sure of himself, like he's never shied away from who he is, what he likes, what he does. He's never hid it. I've never encouraged him to hide it. But last week he sat down with me and had a conversation that he was feeling a bit confused and he didn't know what to do because he fancied a boy as well as a girl. And I had a conversation around him of, that's okay, like you're 11, you don't need the answers right now.
Absolutely.
But then the next day he had that conversation with his dad, which he was scared of having. I think because it was his dad.
Yeah.
And I try not to cry, but it was the proudest moment for me, not only as a mum but as a wife. Because Rory just held him and told him that none of it matters.
Oh my God.
And it was such a moment, and I am so proud of both my husband and my son for that moment.
Yes.
Because he knows now, he knows it doesn't matter and that this is his safe space.
Well, and also, you know, what's already been said, right? I mean, yes, all of that is fucking amazing and beautiful, and I'm all teary-eyed and shit. But also, again, it goes back to what we've been saying a lot, right? That you two, as parents, and having open communication with him has allowed him to feel secure enough and brave enough to have the conversation with both of you and not hide that and not live with worries, or as they used to say, in the closet, or hide anything. Like he's confident and able enough, and that's because you have brought him up in a certain type of way to feel safe to do that with you both. So full credits for mum and dad as well as all the people crying. Oh, sorry, man. The flies are out tonight, man. I'm so proud of you, Zoe, and Dills, and Rory.
Thank you for all the gifts, guys. You really didn't have to. But yeah, it is, and this is the thing when you're parenting a child who does like alternative things to the norm.
Yes. Yes.
It's difficult to know the right or wrong thing to do.
Yeah.
And that was a battle that because obviously when he was 2 and 4 and even 6, it didn't matter that he was walking around the house in my thigh-high boots singing Ariana Grande with a dressing gown tied round his head as a ponytail. That did not matter. But as he started to get older, I did start to have that internal battle of, do I need to tell him that this has to stop now because he's bigger? But the answer is no. The answer is let your child be whoever or whatever they want to be and express themselves however they want to express themselves. Because what I learnt with Dylan is, because of his autism, when he comes home and he puts his makeup on and he puts his wig on and becomes Dilliana, it's his escape. And I am super proud of him.
He's a great kid, Zoe. And my daughter loves your son, so and they've got a lovely cute friendship, which is adorable.
He loves her too.
And she'll just come and show me the phone and he's just got his full makeup on. It's just like, you go, Dylan.
Yeah,
does makeup better than me.
He sends them to everyone. Like, I go through his phone every night and I'm like, Dylan, you sent this video to about 50 people. And he's like, yeah, and?
Oh, babe.
And sometimes he does get messages back like, why are you sending me this? And he's like, I'm just showing you.
Oh, bless him. I think, yeah, that is a super, super moment to be really proud of for him and for both of you as well. I think that's...
I know the relationship I have with Dylan, so I always knew that when he was ready, we was going to have a conversation. But it's the fact of him and his dad, because him and his dad's relationship isn't as close as mine and Dylan's. But it's and it was how the conversation went, and yeah, I was super proud of everybody at that time. But thank you for all the love, guys. I have found the list of other topics. Well, I say I've found it. It's in this book somewhere.
While Zoe's finding that list, I'll just quickly tell you a parenting milestone. And quite honestly, most of the stories tonight that have been shared are amazing and quite emotional and wonderful and beautiful, and I love it. So I'm just going to tell you a very quick milestone that I'm very happy has happened, but it's not as serious as any of the others. It's when my daughter's 10 now, and one of the things I love the most is when She just goes and takes a shower and does her hair and puts on fresh pajamas. And I haven't had to have a battle with her to do that. And it's easy, and she feels good and I feel good, and there's no arguing. And those moments are happening more and more often, that independent looking after yourself and not arguing with mum when she says get in the bath or take a shower. So that's a little light-hearted, proud parenting moment for me, and I didn't want to make it. She's so grown up, it scares me. And yeah, there's probably been lots of other big moments, but I just thought we'd end on a light, easy one. That if some of you are going through that where you're battling with your kids, you know, just know that at some point it may get better. Can't promise it. So yeah. Zoe, are you there? She's very mature. I've got a very mature 10-year-old.
I am, right. It's not in my book, it's on my phone.
Oh yeah, because it was in one of our chats, wasn't it?
Yeah, so
yeah. So I think she's just going to try and get the list off the phone. But also, if you want to write, Kelly, I saw your 2 suggestions for discussions. I've screenshot those because I won't remember. But if anyone's got any suggestions on parenting topics that you'd like us to talk about, let us know. But Melons is going to read out what we've got so far.
We've got stages, realities of co-parenting, parenting preteen, single parenting, helping your child with bereavement, SEM parenting, how to help your child deal with changes, big events, and blended families.
Lovely. Can you add bullying to the list? And then I've got 2 more from Kelly, but I'll just send you the screenshots. I've taken screenshots, so I'll send them over when we come off. So we've got about bloody 3 months of content there, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got a lot.
Which is awesome. If you guys have any ideas on parenting topics that you'd like us to tackle, please send them to Melons to the wind. She is the sensible one out of the 2 of us who won't lose things like I will or forget to check my inbox. So if you have how to explain things honestly and age appropriate is a massive one. Yeah, let me screenshot that as well.
Yeah, that's a good
but
one.
yeah, please do send them to Melons. Any ideas? Oh, pocket money. That's a good one. That's a good one. Did you grab pocket money or should I screenshot it?
I've been looking for a pen. Give me 2 seconds.
Right, I'll screenshot it. Don't stress. It's okay. I got it. I got it. Just write it in the chat, Lindsay, because we're about to wrap, or just send it and DM to Melons.
Yeah, just send them. If you can send me the suggestions, because then I can just collate them all in one place.
Yeah, that's probably the best thing. Just send them to Melons to the wind, please, because we are about to wrap the room. So thank you everybody who's been here today. It's been a really good live. Oh, did I miss something? Hold on. How and when to give them more freedom and responsibility. That's a great one, CG. Let me screenshot that as well. That is a great one. Yes, so thank you everyone for being here tonight. We do these parenting lives every Thursday. Parenting. But they're all sitting around a campfire. That's what it's felt like tonight. Oh man, all the bugs are out tonight. Seriously.
We need to discuss coven cups, Remy.
Yes, we do. We do. I've got something. I haven't told you that, but I've got something in the background. But I'll tell. Ask me about that, and then I'll tell you about that thing.
Right.
Sorry, I'm late. I did social media safety. Did social media safety get talked about? We did that 2 weeks ago, Paula. That live. What I'm going to try and do. Coven wine mugs.
Yes.
What I'll try and do is, and please, can you remind me, Zoe, because I've only got 30 days to download lives. So the internet safety one, 10 cards. The internet safety one was 2 weeks ago. If you can try and remind me to just download that live, and I try and upload it to YouTube, so that people can rewatch these lives. I keep forgetting to do it. But yes, we have done internet safety as a live. I have a good book. It's been great for my daughter. It's called What's Happening to Me. Oh, nice. Yeah, we look, cover merch is coming. That's all I'm saying. It's coming, but I need to talk to Zoe about it. But cover merch is coming. Anyway, I need to go. How to eat snacks without your child wanting them.
Lock yourself in the back garden and eat them there.
Lock yourself in a room they can't get into and just yam it. Thank you everyone for being here. And I will be back. What's tomorrow? Friday, 12 o'clock. Friday, 12 o'clock, we'll be back with a bit of FYP, a bit of happy FYP. Thank you so much. It's been an amazing evening, a little bit emotional, but I appreciate every one of you for getting in the boxes and sharing your stories tonight and making this a really special space this evening to be in and be a part of. And you're all amazing.
Thank you for holding a lovely space.
Thank you. You're all amazing. You're doing brilliantly at parenting, and
we've only got 4 more weeks. 4 more weeks, ladies and gentlemen, and then they're back at school.
Yeah. Right. Thanks, everybody. Big loves. Mwah. Big loves to you all. Thanks, Zoe. Thanks to all the other mods. Big love, everybody. Buzz.